Hello, welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn and my 5 from 5. 5 in 5, I should say. Today I want to share with you 5 different ways of adding colour when you're stamping or creating. Number 1, the first one is using our stamping blends. They come in a set of 2, one light, one dark, so that you can add tonal qualities to your colouring in to give it more depth in your colouring. You have to stamp with a water-based ink to use these guys. These are actually alcohol inks. So any of our coloured ink pads will work with these, or you can use Memento Black, which is a water-based ink as well. My second way that I've got here to share with you to add colour to your projects or to your illustrations is to use ink and a water painter. Water painters have a reservoir in the base that you just fill up from the tap and then screw the top on, and then you paint the same as you would with a brush and a paintbrush. And these work really, really well with ink and also watercolor pencils. And what I do when I'm painting with them is I put some of my ink onto a non-porous surface like my block, and then use the ink from the block to pick it up and paint with. Another colorway is to use, as I said, watercolor pencils, which you can use with the water painter I just showed you, but they work really beautifully with our blender pens. These come in a set of 3. They're not water-based. They have a glycerin combination in them. They come in a set of 3. They're all double-ended so that you've got more longevity out of your blender pens. But what you do is color in with your watercolor pencil, which is a lovely soft pigment which fills in colour really, really well. And then when you add the blender pen, it moves the colour, the watercolour pencil onto the paper to smooth it out and give it lots of lovely tonal qualities. Really great technique. Or you can just plain colour in with our Stampin' Right markers. These guys come in a set of 10 in each of the colour families. So if you don't have all of the inks, you can get a whole bunch of inks all in one go using our Stampin' Right markers. They've got a double tip, so there's a brush tip on one end and a writing tip on the other end, and I use these often when I'm doing journaling for scrapbooking. And you can use the brush tip to ink up your stamps, especially your red rubber stamps, but also just to plain colour in. And last of all, another great way to add colour to your projects is to use a blending brush. You just tap it into your ink pad, tap, 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 and then add it to your project to add lots of great background colour especially. So there you go, 5 in 5, 5 ways of adding colour. Blending brushes, Stampin' Right markers, watercolour pencils, which come in 2 packs, giving you lots of choices of colour, inks, and there are 50 of those colours in our collection, with a water painter, and stamping blends, which come in a set of 2 as well. And they, like the Stampin' Right markers, also have 2 tips. So there's the brush tip at one end if you want to lay down a lot of colour, or a bullet tip at the other end if you want to add detail to your coloured images. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know in the comments down below which is your favourite way of adding colour to your project, depending on what your project is, of course. See you next time. Bye.